Hello guys, I'm in Turin in the famous Egyptian Museum, which is considered to be the second largest museum dedicated to Egyptian culture, to ancient Egyptian culture, after the museum in Cairo. And this is the last room, a real treat. You just step here like in mysterious Egyptian ancient world. It's called Kings and Queens. Most of it is pieces taken from the temple of Amun-Ra from Thebes in 1811 by people working for French consul. But 6 years later, they became, got the ownership of the Savoy dynasty. Look at these things. He's dressed in a cloth nemes. It's a bit like a shawl on his head with this famous beard like a pharaoh's. Well, they used to guard all the temples. These sphinxes used to be colored. Look at his lips. This is all New Kingdom, about 15th century before Christ. A really very feminine face, isn't it? And very, very kind of smiling and welcoming you. Look, there they are. One of the main sculptures which attracted my attention was a statue of Ramses II. Very different from what you see in British Museum, for example. Completely different, very delicate. Here he is, Ramses II, who ruled in New Kingdom in 13th century BC. It's a 19th dynasty. He actually, Egyptians of course stylized their pharaohs, but they also made them to be recognizable. And Ramses II had a very long nose. Look at this one, really. He's actually depicted here also with his wife, but the feminist ladies will not be happy because she's just somewhere under his feet. Very smallish, but still in existence with all details. Here she is with her horns, yeah, and even his son is over there from the other side. He's wearing this feather of power. He's Ramses. Next to him is a statue of Amenhotep II, offering these gods these two vases, looking like bowls, but this is actually vases. A lot of sculpture. For example, god Ptah. Here we are, two of those statues, also discovered by French. They actually written something in the basis of the statue in French to acknowledge that it was them. By the way, nobody asking anything back. But Savoy dynasty bought a lot of these statues. It's a completely different representation of Ramses II. He's also here, but not recognizable. The nose is not so long, surrounded by gods. God Ra and Mut, sitting him around him. And very huge statue of Seti II. There we are, nearly more than 5 meters tall. This is actually fantastically done. I mean, there's a lot to see in this museum. I walked more than 2 hours to reach to this room. And they have fantastic guides and the representation and descriptions. So you can spend probably the whole day enjoying this fantastic museum and all their findings. Italians done a lot. They even got some gifts from Egyptian government for helping dealing with Aswan in 1960s. That was your funny art mama from the Egyptian Museum in Turin.